Hello, good day, and welcome. I'm Timotab, and today I'm going to solve Boo by Blobz. Um, it's Halloween, and so happy Halloween to you. I thought that I would dress appropriately as well as do an appropriately themed puzzle for today. Um, if you would like to try solving this puzzle for yourself, it'll be the first link in the description. And let's have a look at the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply, so we're going to place the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3 by 3 box. Okay. Box borders divide the spooky blue lines into segments with the same sum. So that's normal region sum rules. So these two, if I color those blue for now, is going to be the same as that one. And that's the orange pair is going to have the same sum as well. And then the grey triple will also have the same sum. So each of those groups of colors will have the same sum. Okay, clear that out. A digit on a ghost indicates how many ghosts contain that digit. Um, so that is the normal counting circles rule. Uh, so if this had a 4 on it, say, then there would be 3 other ghosts, so a total of 4 ghosts that had a 4 in them. And digits in graves, the cages, sum to the given total. Okay, that's all the rules. I'm going to restart the puzzle in order to reset the timer, and let's begin. Okay, where do I start? There's a couple of options. Okay, let's start with these boos, or at least these two. So the first thing that we can see is that that has 3 cells in it. In this in this box, that has to be a minimum of 1, 2, and 3, which means that that has to be at least 6. That's a single cell. Now, nominally, over here, we have the same situation. We've got a 1, 2, 3 minimum there. But if this were 1, 2, 3, then what would those 2 cells be? Because these also need to be a minimum of 1, 2, 3. And I just can't do it. And in fact, if that is 1, 2, 4 to make it a 7, then that would also take 2 digits, too many digits out. So that can't be a 7. That's an 8 or a 9. Okay, that is a single digit. So that's also an 8 or a 9. That's going to be the same as that one. Right, let's count the ghosts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 ghosts. So, because the digits in ghosts show the quantity of that digit in the ghosts, the digits that are in ghosts must sum to 12. Because so if I had a 4, that would consume 4 of the ghosts. Um, in addition to that, we must have 3 different digits at least, because um, yeah, 3 different digits at least, because um, there's 3 in a column, or 3 in a row, or 3 in a box. Obviously, they all can't be the same. Okay. Now, this set of 3 digits that is going to sum to either 8 or 9 must have two of the low digits below 4, so 1, 2, and 3. So, right, because if I had 1, 4, and 5, that would add to 10. So I've got two digits that are below 3 here. So only one of the ghosts can be 3 or less. There's at least one ghost that is 4 or more. In fact, there must be two ghosts that are 4 or more. Um, at least two ghosts, I should say, because there's, yeah, two of these digits are going to be from 1, 2, and 3. Therefore, a maximum of one ghost can be from 1, 2, or 3. Therefore, at least two ghosts are 4 or more. However, I can't have three ghosts that are 4 or more because that will add up to more than 12. So I've got um, two ghosts that are 4 or more, and one ghost that is 1, 2, or 3. And the minimum that that can be is 21. So these are 6 different digits. If that's 21, and I know that, well, let me just think. Um, can I have 4 ghosts, 4 different ghost numbers? And no, because I can't have more than 2 ghosts that are 4 or more. So I've definitely got only 3 different ghosts. So this, um, right, yes. So this adds up to at least 21, and I can take out 12. And so this adds up to at least 9. And in fact, that must be how it works. So that's a 9. That's a 9. That is not a 9. Um, so these are 1 through 6 together, and that's a 7, 8 pair. So the question is, can I have a 1 on a ghost? For me to have a 1 on a ghost, then that 1 has to account for every time there's a triplet of ghosts. And right, no, can't have a 1 because that triplet and that triplet, because they're both in columns, are separate. I have to have all 3 ghosts represented. So there is not a 1 on ghost, therefore there is a 1 on this line. And so now that is 1, 2, 6, or 1, 3, 5. So can I have a 2 on a ghost? Um, I had a 2 there. That would mean I'd get a 2 here, one of those two. No, right, if I have, yeah, if I have 2s, I have a 2 in a ghost, I've got one set here. I need a 2 there. I need a 2 there. And then one of these still needs to be a 2. So I don't have a 2 on a ghost. So that is 126, which means this is 3, 4, 5. In fact, can I click all the ghosts? I cannot. They are 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Right, that was a fun start. So this can't be 126. It's either 135 or 234. And that means that this is going to be the 1 or the 2. So if it's 1, then that's 3, 5. If that's 2, then that's 3, 3, 4. There's definitely a 3 there, so that's not a 3. Okay. Uh, so I've got a 3, 4, 5 triple in the uh, column. So that makes these 7, 8, and 9. Okay, that can't be a 9. That makes that a 1 or a 2. It gives me a 1, 2 pair in the column. Where do I look next? Do I look at this? Okay, I definitely have a 1 in one of those three because 6, 7, and 8 are all going to require a 1 on the uh, when I've got 3 digits to make up 6, 7, or 8. Hmm. Uh, okay. Feels like there's something going on with these 12 cages. Because obviously I can't have 3, 4, 5 in this 12 cage. Because I've got a 3, 4, 5 in the column. So if there were a 3 there, then this needs to sum to 9 without using a 4 or 5. So it'd have to be 6 and 3, which it can't be, 7 and 2, or 8 and 1. So if that's a 3, that's could be 8, 1 if that's the 1 there. Okay. Maybe that's not where I need to look just yet. Oh, can this be 1, 2, 3? 1, 2, 3. That would not be a 3. So that would be a 4. That would be at least a 6. Yeah, could work. Okay. There's somewhere else. Okay, right. Where do my threes go? I've only got three threes to account for. So I need to have a three in there. I must have a three in there. And I must have a three in there. So that's not a three. And that's not a three. Gives me a 4-5 pair there. This is not 1-8 because the one's over here. And it's not 4-5. So it must be 3-6 or 2-7. Okay. Right. So there is a 2 or a 3 on here. So that can no longer be 1, 2, 3. So that can't be a 6. Now, if that's a 7, then this is 1, 2, 4. And that makes that 3, 6. And if this were 1, 2, 4, that couldn't be the 4. There'd be a 4 there. That would not be a 4. It's kind of those would be a 4. So that would be a 5. And that would be 4. Don't see anything wrong with that. That would be 4. That would be 3 5s. That would be 1. Hmm. Okay, not seeing anything obvious with that. So this is 1, 2, 4, or it's 1, 3, 4, which would make that a 1, or 1, 2, 5. Make that a 1 or a 2. 1, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 5. That is a 1 or a 2, because that can't be 3, 4, or 5. That can't be 3, 4, or 5. That's a 1 or a 2. So now it's either 1, 2, 4. That doesn't make sense. Hang on. No, that's not quite right. Let's clear that out. So if it's 7, it has to be 1, 2, 4, which makes this digit a 1 or a 2, and that digit a 1 or a 2, and that digit would be a 4. If it's 8 and it's 1, 2, 5, then that becomes a 5 in that cell with a 1, 2 pair. And if it's 8 as 1, 3, 5, then that would be 1. And because it can't be 3, 4, or 5, and that also can't be 3 or 5. So it's not. Okay, there we go. So that is a 1, 2 pair, and that is either a 4 or 5, depending on if that's 7 or 8. But what that does mean is that I've now got a First of all, I've got a 1-2 pair there, so that removes the 2-7 option there. That is a 3-6. I have a 3-4-5 triple here. First of all, that means that there is a 3 in one of those two, so that's not a 3. Secondly, that eliminates the 3 from here, making that a 6, and that a 3. And that 3 eliminates the 3 from there, making that a 4 or 5, which makes that a 3. And those are not 3s. Okay, that's 6, removes a 6 from there. I've got a 4-5 pair. This is 7, 8, 9. That is not a 9. So 9 plus 4 is more than 12. So that's not a 9. 8 plus 4 is 12. So that would have to be a 0. That's a 7. That has to be a 4, and that has to be a 1. Which makes that a 2. Makes that 5. That is 1. That's 8. That's 9. This is very nice. 1, 2, 5 makes this 8. That is not 4 now by Sudoku. So here is where the 4 goes. That makes that 5. That is now a 3-4 pair. That is 7, which needs 2 to make 9. Gives me a 1 there, an 8 there. That is not 8, and nor is that. 9 would require 1, 2 to fill the box, but I've got a 1, sorry, to fill the cage, the grave, but that is 1. So that is not a 9, that is a 7. So now I need 5, and it can't be 1, 4, so that must be 2, 3. That 2, 3 eliminates the 3 from there, making this the 3. That 7 makes that a 9. All right. That 2 removes the 2 from there, and that 1 removes the 1 from there. My remaining digits here in this column are 9, 8, and 6. That cannot be 9 or 8. That is 6. That needs a 2 to make that 8. That can't be a 9, so that's the 8. And that's a 9 there. Very nice. Got a 4 here, which makes this a 5. Let me think. I've got 1, 2, 3. Yes, so I'm going to have a 4 here. Right, let's have a look at this again. 1, my 3s, 1 and 2, and then one of those 2 is that's my 3 3s. I've got, I can make that a 5 and a 4 by Sudoku. So I've got 1, 2, 3, and then one of these 2 is a 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yes, I've got my ghosts correctly identified, or at least as much as I can do for now. So where's the next place to look? Okay, by Sudoku, that is a 4. That must be a 9 and a 6 there. These 2 digits are 7, 8, and 5, but neither of them can be an 8. So that's the 8. That is a 7 and 5. That is a 7. These three digits are 1, 6, and 8. That's the 8. 6. That's a 1. And these three digits are 3, 4, and 7. 4, 7. Not a 4. And that's also not a 3, so that's a 7. Okay, these two digits are 1 and 2, track and place. And then that gives me 6, 7, and 8, which can eliminate one of each. Okay. Let's have a look here. So, or do I want to have a look at this? Let's have a look at this 8 first. So it can't be 3, 5. Obviously can't be 4, 4. So it could be 2, 6. And if it is 2, 6, we know the order. And it could be 1, 7, and we would know the order for that as well. And that gives us a 1, 2 pair in the row, making these two 8 and 9. Okay. Do I look at the cage first or this first? So that's 5 digits, and nominally that's at least 15, but I've not got a 4 or a 5, either a 4 or a 5 in it, which is going to push this total up. Let's have a look at what could be here. So that's 1, 6, 4, and 5, which are missing from there. 1, 6, 4, and 5. Oh, except that can't be a 4 or a 5. That gives me a 1, 6 pair. So those aren't 1 and 6. So in fact, this gives us a really nice 18 or 19 total. Okay. Um, okay, so these. All right, let's have a look at how these make 12, I think. So 1 plus 4 is 5. That would need a 7. That's certainly possible at the moment. 1 plus 5 would need a 6, which it can't have. Okay. 6 plus 4 would need a 2. And 6 plus 5 would need a 1. Okay. Right, let's do some more Sudoku because I've just spotted some things. That's a 5. That's a 7. This must be from 3, 4, or 5. This is, so the remaining digits in this row are 3, 4, 2, 6. And this cell can't be 3 or 4, so that's 2 or 6. These 3 digits, I've got a 3, 4 pair. So they are 1, 7, and 9. Does that help resolve anything? No. So I guess it's going to have to look at this boo here. Um, okay, so this is 9, this is 18 or 19 in 5 digits. So can I have a 9 on it? Um, no, this is 17 or 18, not 18 or 19. I can't put a 9 on it because if there's a 9 on it, then the other 4 digits would make at least 10. That uh, means that 9 is going to be in one of those two. Can I have an 8 on it? 8 would need 1, 2, 3, and 4 to make 18, which is the maximum it can be. And that would mean that that was 7 and 5, which makes 12, and that would have to be a 0. So it can't have an 8 on it either. That makes that an 8, 9 pair. Okay, that gives us some opportunity to clear up some Sudoku. 8, 9 pair means that that's not a 9. That 8 makes that 9, and that 8, which makes that 9. That's a 1, 7 pair. That 8 makes that 9, and that 8. So that gives us 17 as our uh, total. Okay. So, right. This is 3, 4, 5, and some digits in the column, so it can't be, but in the row it needs 2, 3, or 5. That can't be, that has to be a 2. That is no longer a 2. That gives that 3 and that 2. That makes that 5 and that 3. And then that's 7. That has to be 4 and 1. If that's 1, that has to be 5 and 6. There's only one place for 7 in the column. That is in fact a 7. 4, 1, 5, 2. That one makes that a 2 and a 6, which resolves this over here. These remaining digits are 5 and 6 in this row, which I can place, and then 3 and 1, which right now, oddly, I can't. Let's just make sure that that 17 matches this. So 6 plus 1 plus 3 is 10, plus 5 plus 2 is 17. Okay, that works. This digit here must be a 7, which places the 1 and a 7, which places 3 and no, 1 and 3. The 5 here makes that 4 and 5. That 3 at the bottom there makes that a 4, which resolves 3 and 4 and 3 and 4. And am I scanning? That's a 3, and that is a 6. That is not a 6. Oh, what have I done? Where have I gone wrong? I was so sure I had it right. What have I got? Ah, I know what it is. But if I remove that, yep, that's a 6. I put the wrong digit up there. Okay. Ah, that one makes that a 3 or 1. That gives me 4, 3, 4, 3, 4. 5 gives me a 4 and a 5. And there's the 2 and the 3. Ah, you solved this puzzle. The solution is correct. Yep, I love the puzzle. Thank you very much, Blobz. That was a great puzzle. Lots to think about, and I really liked figuring out that there were only 3 different digits and that 3 different ghost digits, and that how this all resolved. That was very clever. Um, yeah, nice, fun, themed puzzle. Happy Halloween, everybody. If you like this solve, then please hit the like button. You can subscribe to see some more, and I would love to hear your comments. I'm looking forward to next time. Be seeing you.